The process of exporting from Southern African countries to South Africa begins long before the physical movement of goods. The first thing you need to do is to assess how ready you are to export. In terms of your business, you should consider aspects like: are you committed to building an export business and adapting your operations? Do you have the management skills and technical expertise in your business to undertake research and development and to execute all the administrative processes? Do you have the financial resources required to fund expansion into the international market and the capacity required to produce and manufacture goods to meet demand? In terms of your products, you need to assess if there's a demand for them in South Africa. What is the competition within the market? Will it be easy to find buyers? Are your products and packaging adaptable for the South African market if necessary?
A lot of research was done before venturing into South Africa. In every single business you have competitors. We did research and found that there is a space for our products in South Africa.
So we did our research and identify that there is a niche of baby vegetable production. So that is where we see the niche that we need to cover here so that we are able to compete in South Africa.
Remember that you don't need to tick all the boxes to start exporting. Begin the process by registering as an exporter with the relevant local authorities, such as the Chamber of Commerce or Department of Trade. Some products require registrations with other government departments, like the Ministry of Agriculture. And you will need a certificate of origin to benefit from the exemption of customs duties within the Southern African Development Community. At this point, it is advisable to speak to a freight forwarding agent who will process customs clearance at the border. The agent will be able to discuss transport costs, which you'll need for the next stage of the process, quoting. When a potential buyer in South Africa requests a quote, you may need to include costs like transport and insurance, in addition to the product costs, depending on the agreement. These costs, along with other important details, are usually supplied on a pro forma invoice. Once the buyer accepts the quote, you will then need to establish a contract with the terms and conditions of the sale, covering payment method, delivery, and insurance. To learn about this in more detail, watch our video titled Contracts and Payments. When the conditions have been accepted by the buyer, you may start processing the order. This includes packaging your products and getting them ready for transport, as well as working with your freight forwarder to arrange transport and customs clearance. As much as this stage is about physically shipping products, a priority should be completing the relevant documents correctly and comprehensively. These documents, which include invoices, packing lists, transportation documents, and certificates of origin, are discussed in more detail in the Cross-Border Trade Toolkit, which also covers other aspects of exporting to South Africa.
The cross-border toolkit, we've used it. We're checking and cross-checking what do we have, where can we improve, what are the conditions, what are the certifications that we need to meet. So we're gradually improving ourselves so that we're able to do some cross-border export.
Using the US Trade and Investment Hub covers a lot of these requirements, and they actually guide you and walk you through contracts.
The export process may seem detailed and daunting, but you don't necessarily need to be a large-scale business to export. If you're ready and willing, help is available. For information or guidance, contact the USAID Southern Africa Trade and Investment Hub.